The 911 Turbo is our benchmark. For everything we build, it's both the starting point and the high point of what is technically possible. But what is the benchmark for the 911 Turbo? The road? Yes, that too. But above all else, it's the driver. Porsche Entry and Drive opens your car quickly and easily. Just touch the handle and the doors unlock. Provided, of course, that the key is in the immediate vicinity of the car. The vehicle's unlocking settings are entered via the multifunction display. There you can define whether all the doors are unlocked or just the driver's door. Press twice on the open button on the key to unlock both doors, regardless of which setting has been stored in the multifunction display. Just in case, there is an emergency key. It will also lock and unlock the glove compartment. Want to open the luggage compartment? Move your hand over the nose just below the Porsche crest, and with Porsche Entry and Drive, the luggage compartment lid opens automatically. Then release the safety catch with the red lever. To open the luggage compartment lid from the inside, use the button in the door sill on the driver's side. To close, simply press the lid shut. The Comfort Entry function changes the position of the seat and steering wheel to facilitate access. This function is activated and deactivated via the multifunction display. The memory package means that your 911 Turbo is adjusted perfectly to you at all times, or to a second driver should you happen to share your Porsche with someone else. What matters is which key you are using for the 911 Turbo. Your individual seat, steering wheel, and exterior mirror settings are saved on the key that you use for your 911 Turbo. Other personal settings for the audio system, climate control, and your preferred settings for the multifunction display, such as the current Comfort Entry settings, are also stored. How does this work? It happens automatically every time the car is locked. This is where the multifunction display's auto memory function comes in by ensuring that your most recent settings are saved on your key. Previous settings are overwritten. You can also save settings manually using the key button on the inside of the driver's door. This is useful if you have disabled the auto memory via the multifunction display. Press Set, followed by the key button. A tone sounds to confirm that the settings have been saved. When you get in, your 911 Turbo now automatically adjusts to the settings that are stored on the key you use to unlock the vehicle. Alternatively, you can press the key button to access the settings on the current key. It is also possible to manually adjust the position of the steering wheel with the aid of the electric steering wheel adjustment. The button on the underside of the steering column allows you to adjust the height and length of the steering wheel. You can adjust your seat positions manually by using the buttons on the side of the seat. The following are individually adjustable: seat cushion depth, fore-aft position, seat height, seat angle, backrest angle, and lumbar support. You are also able to store your personal seat, steering wheel, and exterior mirror settings using the memory buttons. For example, to save a sporty seating position that differs from the day-to-day comfort-oriented position stored on your key. Again, press Set, followed by 1. A tone sounds to confirm that the setting has been saved. To call up the settings later, press 1 again. A second person can use button 2. On the left of the steering wheel in vehicles with Porsche entry and drive, you will find the electric ignition switch for starting the engine. Turn it briefly to the right. You don't need your key to do this. It just has to be inside your 911 Turbo. Porsche Doppelkupplung, PDK, changes gears automatically. If you wish, you can change gear manually using the gear shift paddles on the sport design steering wheel. To change down, pull on the left paddle. To change up, pull on the right paddle. Vehicles without the sport design steering wheel are provided with ergonomic controls instead. To change up, push the control. To change down, pull the control. In certain driving situations, you can utilize a coasting function. If you ease off the accelerator pedal when in gear selector position D, PDK deselects the current gear automatically. You will roll in neutral, which will either reduce your speed or keep it constant if you are on a slight gradient. Optimal use is made of the vehicle's rolling energy, enabling you to lower your fuel consumption and drive more efficiently. It is possible to initiate coasting by changing up manually until coasting mode kicks in. The coasting function can be suppressed using the Auto Start Stop button on the center console. The hold function maintains brake pressure and thereby ensures that you can move off on a gradient without rolling back. To activate the automatic light system, turn the light switch on the dashboard to Auto. The headlights will then come on automatically as soon as it gets dark. To switch on the side lights or to switch on the headlights manually, operate the light switch. A pull on the switch activates the rear fog light. The top left control lever switches main beam on and off. On vehicles with Porsche Dynamic Light System Plus, PDLS Plus, it operates the dynamic main beam headlights. If the dynamic main beam headlight function is activated in the multifunction display and the light switch is set to auto, this feature will assist you when traveling at or above 60 kilometers per hour. set the temperature automatically by adjusting the two-zone automatic climate controls in the center console. There are separate controls for the driver and passenger. It is also possible to adopt the temperature on the driver's side in the passenger area. Press the Auto Sync button until sync appears on the display. You can now adjust the temperature for both zones of the two-zone automatic climate control system by using the button on the driver's side. Alternatively, the settings for the amount of air and air distribution can be adjusted manually. For example, you may prefer to direct it towards the windscreen to counteract condensation. You can activate the maximum air conditioning or the air recirculation function manually too. Pressing the Auto Sync button reverts to the two-zone system automatic climate control. Buttons on the center console control the seat heating and seat ventilation. Use the multifunction display or Porsche Communication Management (PCM) to control more settings, such as airflow within the two-zone automatic climate control system. Choose the soft setting to minimize the amount of noise from the blowers. The extended ventilation field at the top of the dashboard can also be switched on or off via the climate control settings. When the weather turns colder, the optional steering wheel heating helps to maintain a pleasant temperature. If you are approaching a stop situation, for example at a red light or at a level crossing, the Auto Start-Stop function switches off the engine below a speed of 7 km per hour if you have your foot on the brake at the same time. The audio and communication system and the air conditioning will stay on. If necessary, the quantity of air is reduced. The Auto Start-Stop symbol in the multifunction display turns green. If the symbol is yellow, then the Auto Start-Stop function is inactive or restricted. For example, when there are very high demands on automatic climate control, such as in AC Max mode, when maneuvering, or in the case of test runs within the vehicle. In the event of an extended stationary period, the engine will restart independently after some time and automatically switch itself off again at the earliest opportunity. When you release the brake, the engine comes back on. You can switch the Auto Start-Stop function on or off at any time using the button on the center console. Use the bottom left lever to operate the adaptive cruise control. You can switch it on and off with the button on the side. Push the lever forwards to set your current speed as your selected speed, or to increase your selected speed. Pull the lever towards you to reduce your selected speed. Adaptive cruise control adjusts your speed depending on the speed of the vehicle in front. If it slows down, the system automatically brakes, right down to a stop if necessary. This relieves pressure on the driver, especially when traveling longer distances. In the center of the lever is a rocker switch, the distance controller. Use this switch to change the selected distance from the vehicle in front in 4 stages. The multifunction display shows you your selected speed, the current speed, and the chosen distance from and speed of the vehicle in front. To override these systems, simply apply the brakes or move the lever on the steering wheel to the off position. Resume takes you back to automatic adaptive cruise control. On the rev counter, you can see the gear that is engaged and the gear selector position. When you change gear manually, the upshift indicator in the display points out when it is the optimum time to change gear with regard to fuel consumption. The multifunction display provides you with current information from the onboard computer. To access information or adjust settings, switch on the functions with the bottom right lever on the steering wheel or on the optional multifunction steering wheel. Scroll through the menu using the lever or roller on the steering wheel. To select menu items, push the lever or the roller on the steering wheel. To return to the menu, pull the lever back or press the back button on the steering wheel. The onboard computer tells you, for example, the average speed, remaining distance that can be traveled, or other vehicle information, such as the current status from the tire pressure monitoring, TPM. You can also specify whether you have filled your tires to the standard or comfort setting in the tire pressure monitoring menu. TPM adjusts its monitoring of tire pressures accordingly. Comfort pressure increases ride comfort. The maximum permitted speed is then reduced. The optional speed limit display informs you about speed restrictions, restrictions on overtaking, and when these no longer apply. A number of vehicle settings, such as the time, can be changed using the multifunction display. Select a time zone or switch between daylight savings time and standard time. A symbol in the fuel gauge indicates that the filler cap is on the right-hand side of the vehicle. The top right-hand lever controls the windscreen wipers. To switch on the rain sensor, push the lever up 1 position. The windscreen wipers then come on automatically when it is wet. To modify the rain sensor's sensitivity, press the small switch on the right of the lever up or down. For manually adjustable speeds, press the lever up further. For slow or fast wiping. To wipe once, tap the lever down. To put the windscreen wipers into the service position, to change the wiper blades, for example, tap the lever down once the ignition has been turned off. To use the screen wash, pull the lever. Using the buttons on the center console, the electric slide tilt sunroof can be raised, opened fully, and closed again. Below the light switch is the electric parking brake. Press the switch to activate the parking brake. Press the brake pedal and pull the switch from behind to release the parking brake again. The electric parking brake releases itself automatically if you are wearing your seatbelt and move off normally with the doors closed. To keep your drink to hand during the journey, press the panel above the glove compartment and fold out one or both of the cup holders. Then close the panel again so that the cup holder cannot move unintentionally while driving. Whether it's for audio, communication, or navigation, Porsche Communication Management, PCM, is your 911 Turbo's central information and communication system. It is intuitive to use via the 7-inch touchscreen. Or use the rotary or push-button controls underneath the screen. The option button takes you to additional options or settings within each menu. Press back to exit a menu. Pressing the left-hand rotary or push-button control mutes the PCM. Holding it down longer switches it off completely. If you want to make a telephone call, press Phone. The menu relating to telephone functions opens in PCM. You can connect your mobile via Bluetooth and then use PCM as a hands-free device. To pair with PCM, first make sure that the Bluetooth interface on your mobile is switched on. Use the Find Phone option to start an automatic search for available mobile phones. Select the mobile phone you want to use from the list. Then confirm on the mobile phone that the Bluetooth code in PCM corresponds with the one in your mobile. It may be that the connection to PCM also has to be confirmed on your phone. PCM confirms that the external device has been accepted. Your phone is now paired and can be operated via PCM. With mobile phones from other manufacturers, such as the iPhone, the connection has to be made from the phone. To do this, set your mobile phone to Search, and then on the phone, select PCM from the list of devices found. Press the Pick Up button to make or receive a call. Press the Hang Up button if you want to hang up or not take a call. PCM also helps you to find your destination. Press Navi to access the navigation menu. It is straightforward to input your destination using the touchscreen. To set the volume of the navigation announcements, go to Set Navi. Alternatively, press the Map button again in Map View. The current navigation announcement will be repeated. You can now adjust the volume of the navigation announcement by turning the left rotary or push-button control. Press Option to adjust the map view. It can be displayed as an expanded view or a two-dimensional view, facing in the direction of travel or north at all times. To adjust the scale of the map, turn the right rotary or push-button control. What's more, in split-screen mode, you can show two functions at the same time. For example, a map and a list of driving directions. To activate launch control, in gear selector position D, press the Sport Plus button on the center console. Press the brake pedal with your left foot, and then press the accelerator right down to the floor with your right foot. Launch mode is recognized as a result of kickdown. The engine torque rises. The clutch is slightly engaged. Launch control activated appears on the multifunction display. Now release the brake as quickly as possible and be prepared for maximum acceleration. Your 911 Turbo is now in Sport Plus mode for the onward journey. Press the Sport Plus button again to return your vehicle to normal mode. To use the radio, press Tuner to access the correct menu. Connect MP3-enabled players directly to PCM via the Universal Audio Interface in the glove compartment. Press Source. A window will open, allowing you to select the desired audio source. Or press Media repeatedly until you reach the audio source you want. With the voice control system, you can also say which function you wish to use. The voice control system is activated by a button on the top left lever. Now say the command out loud. For example, saying iPod will launch that function. The system Porsche Active Aerodynamics, PAA, continually adjusts the position of the front spoiler and rear wing to the road conditions, vehicle configuration, and speed. You can also select this performance position yourself. To do so, either activate Sport Plus mode or press the spoiler button on the center console. There is now maximum aerodynamic downforce on the front and rear axles. The mirror on the passenger side automatically lowers as soon as you engage reverse gear. Activate this function via the multifunction display. Or manually, simply engage reverse gear and press the button that selects the passenger mirror. Park Assist makes it easier to maneuver and park your vehicle by indicating the distance between your car and an obstacle by means of an audible signal and a visual warning on the central display. Park Assist can be switched off via a button on the roof console. Press the button on the outside of the door handle once to lock your 911 Turbo with Porsche Entry and Drive. The indicators will flash twice. The alarm system protects the vehicle. Interior monitoring will be activated. You can also lock the vehicle without activating interior monitoring, for example, if someone is waiting in the car. To do so, press the locking button on the key twice within 2 seconds, or, on vehicles featuring Porsche Entry and Drive, alternatively, use the button on the door handle. Following the second press, the vehicle's indicators will flash once for a longer time. The doors are now locked, but can be opened at any time from inside by using the door handle. You can also lock or unlock your car from the inside with the central locking button on the center console. If the light switch is set to auto, the Welcome Home function will illuminate the area around the vehicle. You can adjust the time for which the lights stay on from the multifunction display. The laws of physics and a sports car dream. That is what guides our engineers as they seek to break into new territory. And they find it. It's not far, sometimes just a stone's throw away. In wind tunnels and on tarmac. For new dreams and a new benchmark.